A Diocese of Bismarck priest is leaving, not because he's not doing what he's supposed to, quite the contrary,
I spoke with Father Austin Vetter, who told me about a recent life-changing phone call determining his future role in the church.
God is going to provide, because he always has.
He may be wearing the same clerical apparel and still grinning the same grin. However, next month, Father Austin Vetter will have a new title, Bishop Austin Vetter. Pope Francis has asked Vetter to be the new bishop of Helena, Montana. Bishop-elect Vetter is only the second priest from the Diocese of Bismarck to be named a bishop. However, he is the first native-born priest to receive that honor. Before finding out about his nomination, Diocese of Bismarck Bishop David Kagan got a phone call from Archbishop Christophe Pierre, Pope Francis's right-hand man on the American Catholic Church.
And he said, well, Your Excellency, I'm delighted to tell you that our Holy Father Francis has appointed Father Austin Vetter to be the next Bishop of Helena. Oh, I said, well, that's just wonderful. And we visited a little bit, and he said, but can you help me? Can you give me his phone number? I don't have it.
Father Vetter got the call, several in fact, but at first neither recognized the number nor knew it was the Archbishop. After some time, Bishop Kagan called Father Vetter and asked if he had received a call from the Washington, D.C. area. He said he did, but didn't know who it was.
Oh, I should call it? I said, yeah, I think you should.
I called it back, and the Archbishop answered, and I apologized to him for not taking his call. And we had a good laugh, because I told him I thought he was a telemarketer or was going to ask for money.
When the Archbishop asked Father Vetter, a priest since 1993, if he would accept his new assignment, he was silent for what felt like hours.
And he said, and your answer? And I said, Your Grace, in faith, yes.
Father Vetter says he could have said no, and it wouldn't be hard to blame him, especially given all the problems the Catholic Church has and continues to go through.
This isn't my church. This is Jesus's church. And saying yes is just simply trusting in his promise that he remains with his church until he comes back.
As excited as he is about his new role, Vetter says he'll miss all the parishioners he's met and ministered to, as well as his brother priests. With the bishop-elect on the way to Montana, Bishop Kagan has to select one of the diocese priests to oversee the day-to-day goings-on at the cathedral, a role which he says takes a little something extra.
You have to have a good sense of humor to be the rector of the cathedral, because it's not the parishioners you have to deal with. It's the bishop who can be temperamental from time to time.
Now that he's being elevated to the hierarchy of the church, I asked the bishop-elect if he could see himself exchanging a bishop's purple to a cardinal's red in the future.
My mom's favorite color is purple, so we're going to stick with purple.
That's unless he gets another call.
Amen. And Vetter will be installed as Bishop of Helena on November 20th. Now, he's going to be preaching at all Masses November 2nd and 3rd. And Bishop Kagan has now selected Father Joshua Eli as the cathedral's new rector, so everything is in place.
Great news.